Striker MC, and we got Toronto. Right. So, that's basically what we're doing. So the first thing we're gonna really talk about is just I guess the MC community as a whole and why each of us, I guess, like to do it and what we're doing here really.
Flacco. What Flacco say? He mad?
Yeah.
What the fuck he mad about?
I have no idea.
Alright, so let's starting.
I'm finna text him back what his crybaby is.
Well, so yeah, basically gonna be doing we're part of Striker MC. Fucking decent sized club. We got what 19 full patch members. We're just here fucking chatting about shit. There's a few topics of interest I want to talk about. One in particular is quite interesting. Is views on 1%. It's quite a varied topic with different opinions, and I know a lot of a few of us have different opinions about what is 1%, but we tend to keep it generalized in our club.
Flacco talking about somebody else, Creed.
Huh?
He's talking about somebody else. He wasn't talking about us.
Oh, right. The way it's written in our bylaws is,
yeah, you're talking about
you state to
Wild
AI
Boys members in
for
the deals.
Rules, but I know other people have different opinions and stuff. And there's another opinion
Sounds like
about you should stick to ARs all the time. And I've seen people on Instagram talking about, oh, you know, if you ain't doing this is the old way and shit. And it's like, it's not really, you know, I've been around myself for a long time, about 3-4 years in MC community, and that's not really how the old way was done. You know, it was always kind of retaliation. Really, was the old way, which we don't really do. This fucking 0% thing started popping up. Right, that's fucking stupid. We can agree on that. Daddy.
Yes. Yes.
We can agree on that 0% thing.
Yeah.
You can't be 0% of anything.
It's retarded. Like, you know, just some people just want to make an you know, point out, you know, to say their name. They're not 99ers, but if you're 0%, then you're nothing.
Well, yeah, you can't. It's new. It really came in about what, like, the first time I heard of it was probably over a year ago now. Just around Outcast was the first time I heard of the 0% stupid fucking rule thing, which was dumb.
0% is the most retarded fucking thing I've ever fucking heard of. Cause to me, and shit, to everybody, when 1% was made, it was made to be, you know, fair gameplay, you know, not, you know what I'm saying, not necessarily just hardcore ARs, pistols, and only shotguns only. It was meant to be this fair gameplay. So, you know, someone fucking
Absolutely.
RPGs you RPG them back. It's just fair gameplay. Now, this whole 0% thing, that doesn't even make sense. You cannot be 0% of any community. We are 1% because we are 1% of the fucking GTA gaming community. Nobody wants to play free aim. The people that do, they obviously will not play by the rules that we do. That's what makes us 1%. Not fucking, you know, our ability to be able to shoot good or, you know, all this other dumb shit. But 0%, what the fuck is that? That doesn't make any sense. What is that?
That's the thing. When I am when I'm here doing, we don't follow retaliation rules, but I see retaliation rules. Me personally, I see it as 1%.
Yeah,
you're playing fairly up to that point. It's still competitive. It's fair play. You're using an assault rifle and a good shot and all, but you know, when someone pulled out a fucking minigun, you put it back on them. Obviously, we don't follow that. And there's exceptions, like you don't go fucking ham on a guy because he shot you with a sniper once, you know. But you know, it's not the way our club operates. We do it off of armored vehicles, which some people even say, no, you can't use that. You have to fucking what, like leave the session.
Yeah, because you ain't taking out no tank with no AR. I'd like to see you try. But, no, man, that's just stupid. Shit's stupid. It's, retaliation is not 0%. Retaliation is just retaliation. Now, obviously, people are going to... There's a certain amount of respect that comes with, you know, playing, you know, the full... whatever they want to call themselves. They call themselves OGs, but really when 1% started, it was retaliation. Is exactly what it was.
That's what it was, absolutely.
So
when people go,
these guys,
the OG 1%. The original 1% was, hey, we're gonna use this shit. Those motherfuckers come over and fuck with us. We're gonna fuck with them the same way they fuck with us. And that's what it was. And there's a lot of people I see all over Instagram going, oh, actually, it was always like this. It wasn't always like that. You know, it wasn't. That's just true. There might have been. Don't get me wrong. There might have been some clubs that used it like that. There might have been, but the majority of clubs that did that and called themselves 1% didn't go around doing that. That's not, and you can't really trace back where 1% comes from. You can't. You know, it's almost impossible to do that. When you think back, it's really just, it comes from a bunch of clubs going, alright, this is 1%, this is how we do it. And obviously it has an origin. Somebody came up with the idea. Somebody, somewhere. I don't know if we're ever going to find out who, or believe, you know, who came up with that. But
from what I heard, it was the dude from War Cheese. That's what he said anyway.
Yo, it's like everybody would do it. I could be like, yo, I made up 1%. You know,
I ain't gonna say I don't believe him, but you know, I'm sure there's other motherfuckers still doing the same shit.
But yeah, and you can't really track down who kind of like, alright, let's do this. You can't really do. Handed like that. They nothing. They 0%. It's like you can't really say that. These guys are playing fair. These guys are doing their thing. These guys are doing their interpretation of 1%. You know, and obviously there's exceptions. Like there's 1990. There's just straight 1990, and they go, oh, we're 1%ers. It's like that's different because it's like.
See, but then again,
1%. That's just guys.
But then again, that's their interpretation of 1%. Because for some people, when they get on this game and they don the 1% diamond, they're doing it because they're choosing. They think they're being outlaw bikers. You know, they're getting on GTA and they're being these outlaw bikers. So they're doing. You know, they're not following any set of rules. They're just being outlaws. So to them, it's like, oh, we're still 1%, but no, you're not, because we're all criminals. It's GTA. You don't make up 1% of the community.
There were like two sides to that. You know, there's these guys coming in. Obviously, they're like, oh, I know about bikers in real life. I'm gonna rock 1% patch to what the fuck I want because I'm an outlaw biker. And I've seen that excuse loads of times, which is fine. If you don't know about the MC community, you know, I don't really have a problem with something like that. Like I wouldn't have an issue with a guy that doesn't know anything about 1% and stuff. He's going around flying in a jet and blowing people up. I'd be like, that guy's just playing GTA to play GTA. That guy's just having fun.
Yeah.
I go, oh, he's fucking annoying, but he's not like a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
I would say somebody would be an asshole if they were like, okay, I know what 1% is. I know these guys can't use this stuff. I'm gonna intentionally go after these guys because they won't give me a challenge to I can just them up.
To be a drama queen. Get
That's being an asshole. That's being an asshole with 1% stuff. And yeah, I mean, it comes to different sides of it. Like I said, with the oh, we're role playing actual 1% bikers, which is I guess could be interpreted. It could be fine like that, I guess. But then again, it's like, once you know the whole, because I guess there's like the roleplay MCs that have their own GTA interpretation of 1%, and there's the other MCs that go, okay, we're actually just trying to be, you know, roleplay club, like a club in real life. So we're gonna try to do it, because 1% means different. That's what they don't understand. 1% in the game means completely different to 1% in real life. In real life, 1%ers are actually the assholes of the MC community. They're kind of the guys going, oh, you can't do that, you can't wear a patch, you can't, you know, make a corner in a club.
Yeah.
And in the MC community, the 99ers are assholes. They're the guys going around fucking being dicks to everyone.
Yeah, then that's what a lot of people get that shit confused. They're like, oh, and a lot of people are confused about the whole 1% culture in real life as well. And then they bring that on game, thinking that they're being outlaw bikers when really they're not, because for the 1% culture in real life, they do follow a lot of rules. They in fact make up a lot of rules. You know what I'm saying? The people that you have to worry about and have to go get this permission from and do all these things are 1% MCs.
Yeah, I mean, there's crazy stuff when it comes to that, you know, and there's always going to be different views. And like I said, you can't go to someone and say to their club when they're operating off of fair rules. You can't go, hey, you're not 1%. One of these guys are 1%. We're the true 1%. You can't do that. You can't. It makes you look like a fucking asshole.
It makes you
just
look
basic things, you know. It's about, you know, competitive shooting and you know, fair play and realistic. And there's kind of the rules with your weapon view and the respect in our community. But
yeah, and
it's just a problem that a lot of clubs flexing their dicks.
And
you know, who made the 1% rules? You know, it's stupid. It's not
and
how we need to.
I can't say I don't get where some of them are coming from. You know, when people are like, oh, you know, we're badass because we play the game this way and, you know, the rest of you fucks don't. But you can't say you're 1%. In fact, if you play like that strictly, I can guarantee you make up less than 1% of the community. Like, you make up way less than that. So it's like, no one plays like that. If you want to take out a tank with a fucking AR, power to you. I got mad respect for you for wanting to play the game that way, but for you to say I am 1% of the community, you have to not be able to do math. I mean, it's like that's just stupid. Do you really think 1% of people want to play that way? No, even less than that are going to do that stupid shit. No one's going to sit on GTA and be like, oh, there's a tank, let me shoot some fucking 9mm bullets at it, some 5.56. Like, no one's going to fucking do that. That's retarded. You know what I'm saying? Like, we launching an RPG at that motherfucker. But like I said, I got mad respect for those guys. I mean, that's you know, that's a pretty badass style of gameplay, and it is very strict. It takes a lot of commitment, but you less than 1%, that's for damn sure. You don't make up 1% of the community. I would say nowadays that most clubs are not, you know, retaliation anymore, but and still 1% right now, I would say is left kind of up to stipulation, but I would say anything fair, really. Anything fair is 1%. Someone fucking RPGs you RPG them back, you still 1%. That's fine. That's fair gameplay. They RPG'd you first. You want to go get into that and do that. Where'd Creed go? I like cheese on my taco. And if I don't got cheese, I just need some extra beef. And if the beef run out, then I want some sour cream. If I got the sour cream, I need the chili pepper. Got the chili pepper, I want the jalapenos. Once you got the jalapenos, you gotta get more cheese. That's a taco. Maybe some lettuce if you're feeling really reckless. Maybe some nah, that's probably about it. Don't really want too much else on my taco. Hot dog got a lot of shit on it. Hot dog, some relish, maybe some chili, mustard, ketchup, all that jazz. Good. What? I'm broadcasting. That's what I'm doing. Yeah. I can't hit nobody else though, so my Wi-Fi might be too fucked up. Watch out. Away from me. Back up. Back up.
Hey,
What the hell happened to you?
I said I'll be back in a minute.
Oh, I thought that was T.
No, where the fuck T been?
I don't know. He said the same thing. Fucking hell. Yeah.
T, you sitting here in silence?
No, I've been sitting here talking about, y'all were both gone. I was sitting up here talking about tacos and fucking and hot dogs. Fucking
T, what the fuck, bro?
You both
I
left
tell
me.
you guys, I'm taking piss like 3 times.
I left the party because I thought it was that type or something, and came back and I was just talking to myself
I
about.
was taking a piss.
No, I heard you say it, but apparently Creed left at the same time.
Well, we got a bunch of dead air now, so I guess. Right,
I mean, it's not dead. I was here. I was talking about tacos and hot dogs, but I was here.
At least that's
Wait,
something.
can we do it again? We're starting it.
No, man,
No, it's
17
too
minutes
late.
in.
We're in it. We're in it now. It's too late, man.
Yeah, it's too late, man. We covered some good stuff on 1%. Right,
Ah,
let's move on to some different stuff. It makes it funnier anyway.
Yeah, there was that awkward moment of me talking about tacos and
Yeah,
hot dogs.
It gives it some character.
I think I more accurately described a tortilla instead of a taco. So yeah, it probably yeah.
Here's a big conversation topic that I know you personally did have a lot of opinions on, and it's racism and prejudice in the MC community.
Racism and prejudice. That's like GTA altogether.
Yeah, and it's if people don't know, which if you're in the community, you kind of really know. There's a lot of racist clubs. I don't know why that is. I think that breeds from maybe real life bikers and the racist culture behind that. There is a lot of racism behind big 1% clubs. So I guess that might be a draw to some people.
I think most of these clubs that are, they do end up getting these racist images. I don't think they're necessarily racist. Well, I mean, obviously they are. They're going around insulting these people, but they don't believe that they're racist. They come online and they say these things to people because they're mad, or they just want to get a rise out of them.
I mean,
for the sake of trolling.
Nowadays, does a racist even know he's a racist?
No,
I mean,
no.
more
obviously there's like the old racists
delusion.
used to be like, yeah, we support slavery, fuck that kind of shit, but I don't really feel like there's people anymore that think they're racist. They just do racist shit and be like, nah, I'm not racist, because they think it's fine.
It's like people are like delusional. You just don't know like how they are like inside of them. You just you're too much ignorant to see what you are.
I mean,
a lot of people that and everywhere.
I mean, a lot of people look at racism differently too. A lot of people look at racism and say, "Oh, racism is us trying to oppress this race, or us hating every single black person, or us hating every single white person, or whatever the case may be." And they think that it has to be this wide spectrum of something. No. Racism is just you clearly going out of your way to disrespect someone because of the color of their skin. You are trying to belittle them because of the color of their skin and act like you're better than them. It does not have to be the entire race. You could have a black friend and still be racist. Because obviously you choose to hate on other black people. You choose to spread that hate. You choose to push that out on someone else just because of their skin tone. That's racist.
And then there's the online aspect to it. A lot of people say shit to people, especially racist shit, because they go, oh, it's a game, it's not real life. And it comes to the fact where these are
What is
people,
Takeover
these are
doing?
real people you're talking to. I'm not Creed Recon. I'm not just an in-game character. I'm a dude. I'm a guy. I
Put
talk
that back.
and I talk this shit. And there's the point where you go, yeah, that's in the game. You have to know when to separate that. And I know, a lot of people, including myself, sometimes take this shit too seriously. A lot of the times.
Yeah.
And But there's other things that leak into real life, like just abusing somebody on social media due to their religion or race and something is ridiculous. You know, that's going into real life. That's seeping the game into real life.
Yeah, and then the thing is, these people, they do these things, and then they're like, oh, you know, you're too sensitive, or oh, you know, why can't you take the game less serious? But you're the one that went out of your way to bring real life into it. You chose to be racist, or you chose to talk about someone's sexual orientation, if it actually happens to be their sexual orientation, or their religion, and you chose to go to that extent to try and troll them, to bring them to this state of anger that you're no longer talking about a game anymore. You now have brought it to a situation to where you are threatening their real life. You are saying something about their real life. You are talking about something that directly applies to them as a person, not as a gamer, but as a person. That right there is not game anymore. So the moment you do that, you have taken it out of game. You look like the asshole. You look like the guy that's pissed off. If they choose to get offended by it, so fucking be it. They should. I mean, who would take kindly to those types of things? You say it as a joke to a stranger and think it's okay. Oh, it's, you know, it's the internet. It happens. You can just ignore me. You can block me. It's cool. No, it's not. It's a person. If you wouldn't say it to their face, you shouldn't be saying it online. I don't understand how people don't get that. And it's
a lot of, especially kids and stuff, you get that confused. Like, a lot of these guys are like 15 and all that kind of shit. And it sucks because it's like, where are these guys' like, parents? Like,
yeah.
what the fuck is going on with that? There's also an interesting subsection to that of, at what point does it not become a joke? You know, when it's acceptable to go, okay, that was a joke about something, and this is serious. Nah, these are fucking racist. Like, what's the threshold? What's the fucking crossover?
I think everybody has their own social cues and set of morals and values that they follow and adhere to themselves individually. And then also there's clubs with their own type of, you know, set goals and values and shit, and the atmosphere that they keep. So when you have an MC that is, you know, they may be mixed culture and stuff like that, but if it's okay for them to say things like the N-word and, you know, racial things to each other, and they find it fun within their MC, they're obviously going to think that it's going to be okay everywhere else in the community, when obviously that is not the case. And that's usually what happens. They go out here and they're like, oh, you're the N-word, and they think it's okay because obviously they do it in their MC. Obviously they promote that type of behavior in their MC, and then when they go and produce it outwards, they're surprised at the outcome. How could you be surprised? You're talking to a stranger. This is not your friend. This is some guy that you went out of your way to talk shit to and call the N-word or whatever you decided to call him, or that may be disrespectful or racist or sexist or whatever the fuck it may be. That just because it's okay for your MC doesn't make it okay for everyone else.
Yeah, and I think the same goes for other people. It's when, like, you know me, we've known each other for over a year, something like that. And if I said something that you might perceive as racist, you would talk to me about it. You would go, yo, okay, let's figure this out. Let's go, alright, why do you think this? Well, this and this and that. And you would explain to me what is wrong. You would know that I wasn't intentionally being racist. You would know that. You would know that I wasn't doing that because you know who I am. You know, you talk to me almost every day for over a year.
Yeah.
And the same thing for T. But when it's like you said, when it's just some random guy online hits you up and go, you stupid fucking, and then like the N-word, it's like you don't know each other. You don't fucking, you can't say that stuff, and you can't even say that stuff when you do know each other because you know people's limits on that, and what makes people comfortable. And it just the N-word in general, I personally disagree with it. I don't like to use it in any way. I know I recently learned about the difference between the A and the ER thing, which I still don't completely understand, but kind of understand a little bit more of. But I just personally, I just don't use it. I know some people say that's okay for a white guy to use it with an A. Some people say no, it's not, and so I'm just like, I don't find it necessary to use that word for me personally.
This is the way I like to look at it. And obviously, when racism comes up, everyone always looks to white and black. There's other spectrums of
that's
race.
true,
You know,
yeah.
there's not only two races. There's other races, and other obviously people are racist towards those races as well. There, things happen with those races as well. Obviously, black and white usually tend to be the big ones, but think about it like this, and this is the point I'll make as far as the with an A and with an ER. What if someone called you a cracker? Would it make it any different because they called you cracker with an A? You know what I'm saying? So I can understand people's like, oh, you know, you shouldn't say either version of it. You know what I mean?
Also,
I can understand that. I can understand
There's
that,
not
but
much
at the same time, there's a lot of history behind the word with the ER. Crackers just a fucking. It's literally just a word. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's not much behind it. It is racist. Don't get me wrong. That's not a word I would be saying to someone. But fucking, you know, it's
But
just
I think
it doesn't.
lack the weight as well.
Yeah, it does lack the weight. No. I have never
Because
seen any.
I
I
would not be offended if someone called me a cracker.
No, I've never seen a Caucasian male be offended by
feel
being
like-
called a cracker. Like, oh God,
Exactly.
or
But
honky or
it's
anything
different.
like that.
Like I would be offended if someone called my black friend the N-word. I would be offended by that because it's like it's different. Just because it holds different amounts of weight, different amounts of history. And there's also comes to the topic of prejudice about religion and stuff like that. And there's some of that in the MC community, especially I know in UK parts, and there's lots of people from Great Britain and stuff. They tend to go after Muslims a lot. The people that follow the Muslim religion and that kind of thing.
Yes, I'm a Muslim, and those things happen everywhere since the terrorist attacks.
All Muslims are not terrorists.
Western
Fucking, like, you know what I'm saying?
People are assuming, you know, that if you're Muslim, you know, you have something to do with a terrorist attack or something behind the religion.
Malcolm
but
X was Muslim.
Terrorists are not,
Muhammad
it's not a
Ali.
religious thing.
Like,
You know, it's just, you know, crazy people, you know, doing stupid, horrible stuff, but it's not linked on a religion. And the media put it on a way where there's people assuming that, you know, it's not a good thing. It's also a big problem in the MC community and also outside the community. Not only about racist stuff, but also a lot of other things.
Yeah, I mean, I saw on Instagram Deadly Tribe Ice got attacked for. I believe he's a Muslim. He gets attacked quite frequently because of, Deadly Tribe are, in my opinion, quite a disliked club by a lot of people. But that doesn't excuse you to go after the mans. We don't really get along with Deadly Tribe. We end up in fights, but we don't go. You'll never see a member of ours going, "Hey, this guy's, you're bad because of this religion," or making fun of this guy's religion, because it's just not who we are. And if people were that,
and see,
and did that kind of stuff in our club, there'd be punishments, big punishments in place.
And see, a lot of people don't understand is you're not just insulting that guy. You're insulting anyone that ever wore that religion, whether they all decide to be offended by it or not. You were choosing to directly have a problem with all those people just because of their religion, just because of their race or whatever it may be, and you're choosing to use that as an attempt to try and belittle someone else or try and get under someone else's skin. That's not something cool. That's not something you should be happy about doing. That's not something that should bring a smile to your face.
Yes.
And that's and it's very big on, oh, I got under this guy's skin, look how mad he is. But nah, you just made yourself look stupid. We got someone in the chat asked talk to you about Little Shits MC. I know they were involved in some apparent racist things, and we are gonna call out names. I think that's fine. If people deserve, they just got down with the tryhards on this page. I think it's fine for us to talk about names because they're already there anyway.
Yeah,
and it's good to bring discussions to this. Little Shits do have a racist history. They do.
Yeah.
Personally, we've dealt with a lot of stuff like that.
So with Little Shits, and the guy is smart. The guy has some, he has very good intellect. He's not a retard, but he obviously lacks some proper fucking common sense. This guy, oh man, I don't even know how to. He went to the point to explain that he wasn't racist, but he says the N-word to people that he wants to insult. whether they are
That
white
doesn't make
or
sense.
whether they are white or black. But he's not racist because he uses the N-word with everyone. And I was explaining to him
Control
that because of the
people.
definition of the N-word and the way you use it and the people you use it on, and regardless of race, obviously you use it on black people too, that is racist. Why would you do that to them? If you want to use it, I wouldn't even use it, period, but you're going to the extent to try to use it on everyone. That doesn't make it okay. It just means you just do it to everyone now. It doesn't make it okay. And then his whole outlook was that racism is needed. That's what he was saying. Racism is needed. He said, this is what he said. Picture a fireman, a bank robber, a terrorist, and all this other stuff. And he was like, now, what races did you just see those people as? I did not see a race. I saw a fucking job and a uniform. I did not put any fucking race on that. That is, to me, that was so stupid. And then he was like, if you went to jail, obviously because I'm black, he was like, you would join a black gang to survive. He's like, racism is needed for survival. I was like, what? Are you retarded? I'm not finna go to jail, and if I did,
ridiculous.
I'd be joining whoever the fuck would help me not get killed. If I had to kill a black guy and the Aryans were like, oh, we'll keep you around because you killed a black guy, we'll watch your back. I'm finna kill the black guy and hang out with the Aryans. They could call me the N-word every day. You want to know why? Because I'm trying to survive. I wouldn't like their ass, but it doesn't. I'm not gonna hate them because they're white. I'm not gonna want to kill them because they're white. I'm be trying to survive. So.
And there is the opinion, and there's a guy in the chat saying, he's black himself, and he's saying that the N-word is just a word. That's the way he sees it. And there are opinions like that, and that's fine. But there also needs to be, in fact, you need to take in other people's thing. You can see where people can be offended by this word. I personally just disagree with it. We talked about this before. I personally disagree with the word. I don't like it. I just find it unnecessary. And there is history behind it. That word was used to segregate people. And it did happen a long time ago, but it was still used to segregate people back then. And I'm, it's not my place to judge. I can see how like yourself obviously aren't affected by the word, but it's not my place to judge or your place to judge if someone is affected by that, or in that kind of way. And I can't really say that person is too sensitive because of that, because I'm not gonna know what that feels like. I'm not gonna, know how that is. That person may in their life have experienced, people actually being very racist towards them, like segregating them because of race. It could have happened to them, and everyone's built up differently via their life experiences. So saying that word and saying that towards somebody, the way I see it, I was talking about it was, it is a word. And I'm not saying just saying the word makes you a racist. I'm saying it using it in a racist word, and that's my opinion on it. Saying it in a racist way makes you a racist. If you call somebody that word, that's a racist kind of thing. But if somebody speaks it into the air, like teachers reading the book Huckleberry Finn, it's in that book, and they read it to their class, and they it's in that book. I would not call that teacher a racist because they had to say that word. Context matters, and that's my opinion about that. And it with an A is used with slang all the time, and very accepted as acceptable. And this man apparently feels that some black people use history to justify someone. The blacks using history to justify someone.
Justify what? Like, someone saying nigga with an A? Or justifying what?
He says freedom of speech. He's a very big fan of freedom of speech, apparently.
Oh no, definitely freedom of speech, right?
But freedom of speech, but
that same
gives you the right to spew hate.
Yeah, no, freedom of speech gives you the right to spew hate. It does. Freedom of speech is freedom of speech, but that also gives the person in turn the right to have a problem with that. So for someone to act like, oh, you're sensitive because you have a problem with this, maybe you're a bitch because you have this opinion. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's silly. For you to use that word, knowing what it means to some people, you have to be ignorant or silly, because it's just stupid. It's like, Why would you do this? You know that this word holds this type of. If someone called someone an N-word at work, I can guarantee you they would go to. If that person took them to court, the person that they called the N-word would win, and they would get money for it, because obviously these are things that are punishable under law. So right or wrong, it is wrong. It's not right. That's a racial word. It is.
And linking it back to the MC aspect of things, it in the MC community is very prominent, and sometimes you could face more racist shit on the game than you can in real life, because people think it's acceptable just because you're on the game. They go, oh, it's fine because this guy isn't real.
Or online period, and it's not always about whether the person's offended or whatever the case may be, but I can guarantee you I'm not finna sit in a party with a dude that's calling me the N-word all the time, not because I'm offended, but just because I don't want to hear the N-word all the time. What's you know what I'm saying?
Yo, and that's the thing, I'm just gonna be like, yo, dude, like, the fuck, like, it's just not a fucking necessary word to start throwing around.
It's a very negative word. It's not a word you want to be around. It's not the type of crowd you want to be hanging out with.
Just because, I mean, it's like,
or trying to justify, for that matter. I don't see no reason to justify a word like that.
Yeah, and you said it's up to you, and yeah, it's everyone has their own personal opinions about it, and that's fine, and that's we have people in the club that disagree about some ways to use it and some ways not to, and we have we try to have interesting conversations, and that links back to the whole prejudice thing as well. We like to have conversations about this and keep that very open discussion about what's acceptable and what's not acceptable when it comes to religion, race, anything. We keep that there, and I think that is part of the brotherhood that helps make the club stronger.
Yeah.
Which is actually one of the most important aspects of a motorcycle club. If we go on to motorcycle clubs now, just the motorcycle club, as a whole, I'm going to talk a bit more about just motorcycle clubs, because I feel like we went a bit astray there on our racist rant a little bit. But if you want to be in an MC, ride your motorcycle. Don't be a TDM crew. Don't. If you find yourself fighting more than you're racing, fighting more than you're riding motorcycle gloves, riding motorcycles, fuck. If you find yourself fighting more than riding motorcycle clubs, there's something wrong there.
Okay.
Nah, you want to be. Yeah, what's up?
Oh shit. Oh my god. Oh fuck. I just muted him. Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
He's yelling.
Right.
Fucking headshot. He's probably still talking shit.
Yeah. like we were saying, the MCs. You can't fucking find yourself fucking shooting more than you're riding. And if your club does that, there's a problem there. And a lot of clubs like fighting. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with fighting. If you want to say, look, I'm a motorcycle club, your main point should be riding the motorcycles. And I'm saying that 1% means as much as the MC, yeah. But you want to keep a good balance there. I'm not saying run away from every fight, but there are motherfuckers, especially Deadly Tribe. Deadly Tribe are known for this. They take pride in this. We spoke to them before, right? They take pride in, was it them? They said, oh, we once stayed in a session for 24 hours.
Yeah, that was them. Right? That was them, yeah. Who in the fuck think that's a cool thing to brag about? Oh, I just played this game for 24 hours to push somebody out of a GTA lobby. Well, you was a real badass, dude. Congratulations. Fucking real MC right there.
What would you say our longest fucking MC fight has been in the year and a half we've been in the club?
Maybe 4 hours. Maybe 4.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Four would be long.
No, I maybe 4, because me and T stayed in a long time when we fought Angels of Death. I mean, it was just me and T fight Angels of Death by ourselves. We stayed in there for a long ass time. Like, I swear I watched the sun go down while we were fighting. Like, we were in there for a while.
Like, that shit's crazy. We just kind of, when we get bored, but that was like, even when you stayed in there, it was fun. if it wasn't fun, you would go. You know,
Yeah.
you enjoying it because of the troll. You were
Yeah,
like,
we
"Oh, it's
we
fun."
started riding
But
our
still
bikes
made it
and
for so
shooting
long.
at them and shit like that.
Yeah.
We made them chase us across the
You
map
weren't-
and shit.
you-
Like
you
we,
weren't you weren't
yeah.
seriously sitting there and going, "Oh, we're fucking shoot these guys. Got to fucking get this shit done." Like you were like, "All right, we're sitting there making fun of these, taking
See,
a look at these guys."
But I think a lot of the MCs that carry themselves that way are looking for what they call balance. Now, to me, balance is a totally different thing than it is to them. These MCs, they look at it like, oh, you know, we're a 1% MC, you know, we're supposed to be badass and all this. So we need that balance between, you know, shooting and riding. Obviously, we want to be an MC still, but we don't want no one to just, you know, step all over us and shit, which is understandable. It's respectable, but you're an MC. The 1% portion of it is just you playing fair gameplay. Doesn't mean you have to fight all the time. Doesn't mean you even have to stay for a fight. Doesn't mean you have to run from every fight either, though. And I think a lot of these MCs are more so out to prove themselves, you know, trying to see, you know, are we better than this person? Let's prove to this person we're better than them. Let's stay in this lobby longer than them. Let's show them that we're nothing to be fucked with. And really, it's like, what are you doing it for? They're not gonna care.
And that
They're gonna
goes
catch
back
you
to
every
MC
lobby and
history.
try to fight you. It's not gonna make them a difference. I know it don't make me one. If I see Deadly Tribe, the only thing I'm worried about is them about to flood the lobby. That's it. I don't give a fuck about them staying for a long ass time because I'm not.
MC history it's very tangled in fighting MC history because the way I kind of my personal MC experience was about, like I said, 4 years ago. I came into the MC community and a lot of MCs, there's lots of clubs, but it was still back then very, I would say even more you know, centered around fighting. You know, what happened back then was, I think it was just around the time where all the TDM crews were becoming MCs. And that became a huge thing, because before that there were just a few MCs, right? It was like a couple guys doing you'd say proper MCs, proper motorcycle clubs, and then like a fuck ton of TDM crews, so all were from motorcycle clubs, and that flooded the entire MC community and it became insane. Fighting was at the top of the MC community, especially when I came in, for so long. For like 2 years, people were I was one of those people. Back in Laughing Devils, I would be worried about my shot. I'd be like, alright, I want to get this up, I want to do this. There's nothing wrong with that, but when you're obsessing over it, and you go in and you do it, we do like fucking 16 to 20 TDMs a day. You know, it was ridiculous. Yeah, and that's what we do. There'd be no rides, nothing. It would just be TDM, 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 TDM. Oh, I didn't get as good this time. Oh, I got to get better. And it became not fun, and it burnt you out. And it's like,
I think that's what happens with these MCs. Because if you look at a lot of them, if you look at these MCs on social media now, all they're doing is saying, oh, can't wait till Red Dead comes out. I'm done with GTA as soon as Red Dead comes out. And it's because they have killed themselves doing the same shit over and over again. Oh, I gotta look for the best fight. Oh, I gotta stay in this lobby the longest, and I gotta be the best that there's ever been at GTA. I gotta be the GOAT. What is you doing? I gotta be the GOAT. You know, like that's what a lot of these MCs care about. Stop.
And that's boring, because there's always going to be someone to fight, right? You're never going to go, alright, no one's ever going to go, hey, everyone in the MC community, this guy's the best fighter in the MC community. No one's going to fucking do that.
Yeah,
you know,
there's
never
no.
going to work out for you.
It's boring
So why
because
do people
there's.
going, hey, I'm done with GTA. It's because they're not having any fun. I'm not bored with my club. I've been in this club for over a year and a half, and I'm nowhere near bored. I've been in the MC community for 4 years, and I'm not bored, because the whole thing interests me. The roleplay of the ranks, the roleplay of the rides, the events. You get to meet new people all the time. You know, it's
MC
it's just fun.
community.
It's like a huge
Rabo,
social hub.
talking about the MC community in general. I think
it's just a huge social hub.
yeah,
and it's what
I think a lot of people
what it
get
should
so
be.
stuck up in the drama and the beef and shit. It becomes a big part of their MC, and in turn, people get sick of drama. No one likes drama constantly. Okay, yeah, some people like drama constantly, and they call them trolls and tryhards. They like drama constantly. when you have people in your MC that are actually normal fucking human beings, it starts to tear them apart. No one is gonna stay for fucking 3 years at a time or whatever it may be if there's constant drama and beef and bullshit, because you're gonna get tired of shooting. So then it's either gonna become where the shooting is not so important and you're just playing for fun, or it's gonna become to the point where you guys are bitching between each other because you don't want to get your ass whooped all the time. And if you're not getting your ass whooped all the time, it's fine. When you're not getting your ass whooped, it probably is. You probably enjoy the fuck out of it. But eventually, those people that care about riding and the other stuff, they're gonna get complacent. They're gonna get bored because you're doing the same fighting bullshit that they don't give a fuck about, whether they're good at it or not. Like I said before, I would never. I don't give a fuck if I was ever good at shooting. I don't claim to be good at shooting. I've done pretty well at some shooting times, but I don't give a fuck about shooting. I don't care about being good at it. And even if I was good at it, it would not change my outlook, because that's not what I enjoy doing on the game. I enjoy riding. I enjoy meeting other people. I enjoy having conversations. I enjoy meeting other clubs. I enjoy doing rides and being a part of the MC community. For me, the fighting has nothing to do with it. It don't. I claim 1% because of the way I choose to fight when I have to, or when I choose to fight. It's not because, I claim 1% because I'm a badass and I'm good at shooting. It's because I claim 1% because I want to play by these rules when I do play.
You want to keep it fair. You want to keep it right. You want to fucking break the RP as well as pulling a rocket launcher out your ass, blowing somebody up. You want to avoid doing that as much as possible. And it also comes to that point where it's fucking stuck in my head. But yeah, you don't want to break that at all. And these people, they're gonna get fucking sick of it. We're not. These shooting clubs, and that's what they are, just TDM clubs. They go like, oh, we're the best MC because we can outshoot you. And that's what we talk so much, and we like talking shit.
Oh yeah, I love talking shit. I love talking shit. I will never disagree with that. I love talking shit. I will go on a rant every day. I love talking shit.
I don't like the people that say, oh yeah, drama has to, talking shit has to die. It's so immature. It's so dumb. They put that all over Instagram. I don't like that. It's like, if you want to talk shit, talk shit. Like, look at these immature guys talking shit. It's talking shit.
First of all, let's come on. We're gamers. We're men. We're going to talk shit. It is going to happen. That's without a doubt gonna be something that happens. Talking shit is fine. Don't cross the line, then it's fine. You know what I'm saying? Talking shit is something that is going to happen. If you care about your shot and you want to belittle someone else for their shot not being good, go ahead. But absolutely, it's not their job to give a fuck. Like, if you come to me talking about, oh, your shot's trash, I'm just gonna be like, okay, and like the fuck, like, because to me it's
we're not saying that you can't fucking do your club and do we just care about shit. We're not saying you can't do that. Do what you want. But we're not saying, don't be saying, hey, we're like an MC, we're gonna fucking ride, because that's not, like, you're a TDM crew when it comes to that. You are, and that's the way I see it, and that's my opinion on it. If you're an MC, you ride your motorcycle club. MC, that's what it stands for.
And I think a lot of people I think that's why a lot of people have big issues with us, just the fact that we're so opinionated and we have no problem talking shit back. People think that, oh, I can talk shit to them because I beat them in the game. No, I'm gonna talk shit back to you. I don't care. I don't give a fuck about. I beat you in the ones. Bitch, you trash. Oh, I'm up on you on the scorecard. So I was up on your mama last night. Like, what you mean? Like,
someone brought up a good point. It's only wrong when it becomes personal, and that is correct. When it becomes, and that's what we talked about. Taking it into real life is a step too far. You'll never catch one of our boys going, oh yeah, fuck your kids, fuck your wife, all that kind of shit. We're gonna say, oh, you're a fat fucker or something. We're not even gonna know what you look like.
Gotta watch Crow.
Crow's fucking stupid.
You gotta watch Crow.
It won't be allowed in the club. There'll be punishments if that is done, and it's really very hard to find anybody doing that kind of stuff. We've had people take our real life pictures of some of our members and Photoshop onto fucking gay porn. We've had that done.
I gotta confess, I did that back because remember I did it to Stizzy. I showed him getting raped by the whole club. I'm pretty sure I did. Just I deleted it after I felt bad. But you know, I mean, shit happens. Shit happens. You know, you fucking get into it. But I did it in revenge. Not that makes it any better. It doesn't. If I still fucking had the post, I would expose myself.
Yeah, exactly. I would disagree. with what you did back then. You know, at the time probably not.
I was a tryhard though. No, we was some tryhards then.
And it shows how much we've changed as a club since over a year ago. The amount of, like, if we, like you said this to me one time, we said if we could go back and talk to ourselves, we'd go, these motherfuckers are fucking stupid. We were fucking stupid a year ago. There were 6 of us. We were sitting at the table with a bunch of shit. We go, all right, let's get this club going, which we kind of did because almost a year and a half later we got like 20 full patch members. So
the community can change you in 2 ways. It can either change you in a positive way because of the people you meet, or it can change you in a negative way because of the people you meet. People get on this game and people say something to them and they take it in a way, okay, everyone has this mindset. Everyone is negative like this. And in turn, they become a negative person. They put back that same negative energy that people always give to them. So then it's just a spiral of people creating negative energy. Then you have this person that they meet someone negative. They get this negative feedback from this person and they're like, this can't be all that there is to GTA. The GTA can't be full of dumbasses that think that this type of shit is acceptable. Let me go look for some decent fucking people. And then you find those decent people and you build on that. You continue to create something from that. And eventually you're going to realize that honestly, GTA is not made up of these dumbass retards and fucking tryhards. It's not mostly them. It's really not. But they are the ones that decide to open their mouth the most. When a good person sits back and doesn't say anything about it, nothing, you're not going to know they're good. You're going to assume they're just the same as the people that are doing it. And that's really what happens is the community gets so wrapped up in, oh, these are the people that have the limelight, these assholes, so let's be like them. No, don't be like them. Be different.
Yeah, and it comes to it, it's like everybody's chasing that. Everybody wants to be the best club in the game. Everybody. You know, every MC wants to be like, all right, we're gonna do this, we're gonna be the best. And even us to a point, we're like, yeah, we want to be the best club. That's normal to want that. But don't be a fucking asshole to be there. Don't be a fucking dick. And it's another thing that Deadly Tribe said to us. Sorry for Deadly Tribe so much, but they said we built our reputation off of, you know, pushing everyone out and being dicks. Basically, that's what they did. They built their reputation off that, and they even said that. We were talking at what was that event we did?
Freedom Ride, when I did the shit for Martin Luther King and fucking Freedom Riders.
So we did this Freedom Ride event. We talked to Deadly Tribe for quite a while, and they said that. They said we built our reputation for this, and that's not a good way to build your reputation. You see what happened to them? They shut down, and clubs like that always shut down. They always do. I've seen it time and time again over years. They build up, they're assholes, and they shut down because they don't have that strong link of brotherhood. Yeah, they're back again now. They came back, but they're gonna shut down again.
See, this is what I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna just clear this up for other people because a lot of people look at us like, oh, they're that MC that cries every time someone is better than them or has a good shot than them. No one gives a fuck about that. I do not care if you have the best shots on GTA. That's great. But for you to pretend that you're an MC or pretend that I should give a fuck about your shot, I'm gonna call you out on that. I'm gonna be like, y'all stupid. You're not the best MC because obviously you think that this matters. It doesn't. So I'm gonna tell you it doesn't, and I'm gonna tell you that an MC would not think that it does. It is retarded. These people, they go around and they do these things and they act this way, and it causes tension within their club. These guys, they go into it. Every time I see somebody leave clubs like this, and I ain't gonna say no names because the reason I'm not saying any names is because there's so many clubs like this. They're so stuck on drama and they're so stuck on fighting and they're so stuck on beef that every time someone leaves their club, that person is leaving because of some inside drama. Every single time the person's on Instagram crying about something someone in the club did to him or some bitch ass shit
because you did that, oh you were fucking, and it's like there's no good thing there. And I don't think we've had a case. We've had a case of personal stuff getting in the way of patch members and that, and certainly that does happen. Personalities conflict.
No, definitely. People fight. It happens.
It's never in such a bad way that these people go onto IG and they fuck me over, because you have to try and treat everybody fair, and that's what we try to do the best. We try to keep everyone on the same level. And if you want to leave your club because you have a disagreement with somebody, then you ain't loyal to your club.
Yeah.
You know, you need to try and work through that. And
but if
be this guy's brother, and that's the way we see it at Striker MC. You know, I see these people as my brothers.
See, the thing is, I think the difference between us and clubs like that too is we share everything with each other. We have no problem stating things to each other, and for these clubs, I mean, we're live streaming this fucking conversation right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? We don't hide anything. We have nothing to hide. It would be a waste to put a rat in our club, like, because we share everything. There's nothing to hide.
Clubs I've seen before that lock their website behind verification codes. Like, you need to be a patch member to see what you're signing up for and stuff. And that's ridiculous. How can, like, you don't want people to know what your club stands for, what's acceptable within your club? We're proud of what's acceptable within our club. You know, that's why we put it on show. We're proud that we allow this stuff and the stuff we don't allow. You know,
because at the end of the day, the only
mistakes in the past.
The only opinion that should matter, to a club is the opinion of the people within their club and the people outside of their club that they care about. If you care about the people you fight, you have some problems, because to an extent you should respect the people you fight. You should respect the people you play with, whether you're fighting them or not. But if you care about their opinion in such a way that it affects your club, then there is a problem. If you care about their opinion so much that you have to stay in a lobby and fight them forever just to prove that you can push them out and they can't beat you, it's silly. If you have to go to the extent to where you have to tell them that they're not shit because of this, and this, and blase, blase, blah, when it really has nothing to do with being an MC, you're kind of silly. It's silly, those silly things, and that's okay. Some things are silly. People do silly shit. That's fine. But when you go to the extent to where you're doing this constantly, and this is the image of your club every time you hold a conversation with anyone outside of your club or within it, that becomes a problem. You no longer are betraying that image of brotherhood, that love that people want to come around and be a part of. You're portraying this hard ass, this constant beef, this constant drama, and in turn you're going to get the same things from it. You're going into battle. That's what you move toward. When you get on the game, that's what you look for. That is your drive. That is your motivation. Eventually that is going to become a problem for your whole club, because that is the image y'all portray. That is what y'all live for. That is what y'all do when y'all get on the game. If you are an MC, it's going to start to have a negative effect on you, because obviously other MCs are going to see that. They're going to notice that. They're going to be like, what the fuck is this guy doing? And as an MC that wants to hang out with other MCs, if that's what you want to do, it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt you. It is, because your guys are going to be like, oh, I can't hang out with nobody because we're shooting everybody. I got everybody KOS. I'm a retard. We KOS them for no reason.
There aren't a lot of clubs that follow what we said today. You know, there's not a lot of clubs that follow this stuff out there. Good, decent kind of clubs like that. So, you know, maybe someone, you know, probably not, got like 2 viewers, maybe get some more on YouTube, but maybe someone could go through stuff, maybe find a Striker MC video, maybe find this video and be like, okay, maybe I should, you know, change up the way I run my club a little bit. Maybe these guys talking has convinced me that, hey, that is kind of fucked up what I'm doing. You know, because there's a lot of people that take advantage of, you know, being a president, and we'll talk about all that probably another time, because we actually have to end this in a minute. But yeah, hopefully somebody will get something, because that's what we're trying to do. We're probably going to make it to a series called Club Talk, and we're going to do this probably like once a week or something. And you know, we'll do the same thing we're doing now, talk about MC stuff, get some more topics, and maybe some people on, talk to them about how their club and everything. But yeah, so maybe somebody will see it and be like, alright, this is fucking, you know, good. Maybe I can go like, oh yeah, maybe I'm an asshole, I can do that, which is very unlikely, but hopefully. So any last
people
words?
Are pretty stubborn.
We close this down.
Nah, I'm straight. We good. Been talking
Alright,
for a long time.
We're probably gonna do another one next week. We'll have a look. Maybe even in a couple of days. We'll see how this one goes down and see if it's okay. But thanks for a couple guys that are in here, like 3 dudes that are in my. How many are in yours?
Thanks for watching, Rambo.
Yeah, there are 3 dudes in here. That's good. We'll do another one soon, and that's good. All right, thanks, guys. Close this down.